Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The lights of the drag world dimmed without warning on what was supposed to be a glittering, ordinary evening. Fans were scrolling, laughing, double-tapping photos when a single post cut through the noise like a snapped heel on a runway. A beloved RuPaul's Drag Race star, known for nerve, humor, and a heart as big as her wigs, had been rushed to the hospital. No cryptic countdown, no dramatic teaser, just a quiet message from the performer's team, heavy with urgency and light on details. And suddenly, the world held its breath. Within minutes, timelines flooded with shock emojis, prayers, and disbelief. This queen, who had twirled through challenges, read rivals with razor-sharp wit, and stitched joy into every performance, felt untouchable to many. Drag artists, especially those who survive the pressure cooker of reality television, are often seen as invincible. They're the ones who turn pain into punchlines, exhaustion into glamour, and fear into fearless fashion. To imagine one of them vulnerable, lying beneath sterile lights instead of stage lights, rattled fans everywhere. The story didn't arrive with a diagnosis or a neat explanation. It came as a whisper. The hospitalization was sudden, unexpected, serious enough to cancel appearances. The team asked for privacy and promised updates when possible. That was all. In the absence of facts, worry rushed in. Group chats lit up. Watch parties paused. People replayed old performances, searching for clues that were never meant to be found. For many fans, this queen wasn't just entertainment. She was representation. On Drag Race, she'd told stories of growing up different, of finding family in the queer community, of learning to love herself under layers of makeup and bravado. Her confessionals had made strangers feel seen. Her runway looks had sparked creativity in bedrooms and basements across the world. Her laugh, loud, infectious, unapologetic, had been a lifeline during lonely nights. That's why the news hit so hard. Fellow queens were among the first to respond. Subtle posts appeared. Candles lit, hearts broken, captions that read simply, "Love you," or "We're with you." A former castmate shared a photo from tour days. Two queens, arms around each other, sweat and smiles mingling backstage. "You've always been the strong one," the caption read. "Now let us be strong for you." Behind the scenes, the reality of a sudden hospitalization is anything but glamorous. Tours are paused, costumes hang untouched, phones buzz with concern from agents, friends, and family. In the hospital, time stretches and compresses all at once. There are beeping monitors, whispered consultations, and long moments of waiting. There is the strange quiet that follows chaos, the kind that asks you to sit with your own vulnerability. Sources close to the situation emphasized that the star was receiving care and was surrounded by loved ones. That alone brought a measure of comfort. Still, the lack of specifics left room for anxiety. Fans speculated, as fans do, but many chose restraint. Hashtags trended, urging kindness and patience. "Health before headlines," one read. "Queens are human," said another. The incident sparked a wider conversation, too, one that rippled through the drag community and beyond. The relentless pace of touring, filming, and performing is rarely discussed outside industry circles. Drag artists often juggle late nights, travel, physical demands, and the emotional labor of being visible symbols. Add the pressures of social media and public scrutiny, and the toll can be enormous. When a star is suddenly hospitalized, it forces a reckoning. Joy has a cost, and the people who bring it to us pay more than we realize. As hours turned into days, small updates trickled in. The star was stable, resting, grateful for the outpouring of love. Each word felt like a breath after being underwater. Fans shared stories of how this queen had helped them through dark times, coming out, heartbreak, grief. One wrote, "I learned how to be brave from you." Another said, "Your joy taught me how to survive." The irony wasn't lost on anyone. The healer needed healing. In the hospital room, away from the roar of applause, there is space for reflection. Friends described the Queen as stubbornly optimistic, cracking jokes even when tired, thanking nurses with the same sincerity she once reserved for judges. That humor, sharp and soft at once, remained her armor. But this time, it wasn't about performing, it was about enduring. As the drag family rallied, RuPaul's own words echoed across fan posts. "We're all born naked, and the rest is drag." The quote took on new meaning. Beneath the lashes and sequins, beneath the persona, there is a person, a body that can falter, a heart that can ache, a life that matters beyond the stage. When the star finally broke her silence, it wasn't with a grand statement. It was a simple message, typed slowly, posted quietly. She thanked everyone for the love, acknowledged the scare, and promised to focus on recovery. "I'll be back," she wrote, "but right now I'm listening to my body." It was the bravest thing she could have said. That sentence resonated deeply. In a culture that glorifies non-stop hustle, choosing rest can feel like rebellion. For performers especially, the fear of disappearing is real. The spotlight moves quickly, but the response proved what many already knew. True connection doesn't vanish when the curtain closes. If anything, it grows stronger. As recovery continued, fans organized virtual events, rewatch nights, charity streams, letters of encouragement. They weren't just waiting, they were participating in the healing. The community that drag creates is powerful that way. It doesn't just cheer, it carries. Slowly, hope replaced fear. The Queen's team shared that she was responding well to care. Doctors were optimistic. There would be no rushed return, no forced smiles. When she came back, it would be on her terms. Applause could wait, health could not. The incident left an imprint on the fandom. People began asking different questions. Are our favorites okay? Do they feel supported? Are we allowing them space to be human? The answers weren't simple, but the conversation mattered. Weeks later, when the star finally appeared on screen again, not in full drag, not under hot lights, but in a candid video from home, she looked softer, quieter, and unmistakably herself. "I scared myself," she admitted, eyes bright, "but I also felt your love in a way I'll never forget." She smiled, that familiar spark returning. "This isn't the end of my story, it's a reminder." The comment section overflowed with relief, tears, celebration, gratitude. The health scare that once shocked fans had transformed into something else, a lesson in compassion, patience, and the fragile beauty of resilience. In the end, the runway will always be there. The crowns, the catchphrases, the fierce lip syncs, they'll return in time. What remains now is a deeper understanding that the queens we adore are not just icons. They are people who deserve care as bold as their performances and love as loud as their applause. And when this RuPaul's Drag Race star finally steps back into the spotlight, healed and whole, the cheer won't just be for her talent, it will be for her survival.